You think I'd just waltz back into Rathir like that? No. He lured me here to take the blame for the murders. That's what he did. Why the captain of the watch? The one that's been snuffing out those sparrows. He likely sent you here himself. Got you out of the way so he could go and slaughter the last of them. Leisure-like. Clever bastard he is. Read the writing on the wall, mate. And if you weren't such a fool, you'd have left those sorry rag pickers to die in peace. Oh, ho, ho. Now you see, that I cannot allow. Talibor is going to pin the murders on one of us, and it'll be the one who's dead. And that would be you. You're not...
Stand aside!
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Keep the peace!
Aye.
Yeah? I've got things. Things you'll not find uptown. By Lyria, don't say it so loud. Someone could hear. All right, it's yours, if you can pay the price. Remember, I never saw this. Or you.
Wow. Strong, a magic wielder.
Lot of miserable rag pickers, lot of miserable You're the one. Do you know what you've done? A decoy, really. Arranged long before you got into this. I needed someone to blame. What? And you didn't murder Dunn? We've all got blood on our hands. We all protect our hides when we must. I couldn't have this waif and her lot telling what they'd found. Which is why it's so good that you came. I'll blame their murder on you. Say you died in the struggle.
Over now, thanks to you. And to think I only learned the cause of all this nightmare moments before he arrived. I was done with waiting. I had to do something, so I did what I know. I began sorting the piles of salvage. and that's when I found the calls. To hide his crimes, he was selling prisoners as slaves, smuggling them out to merchant ships in the dark of night. One of the boats wrecked and sank beneath the quays. That boat held slaves and gold, and had Talabor's name all over it. Before he could clear the wreckage, we took our pickings. We had his secret. He was willing to kill to save his name.
We are trapped in
Hello,
Lyria's webs.
topsider.
Trapped!
Wow, you're fearsome.
City Watch, be on your way.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Fire in all Amalur.
Feels good to have my feet on land.
You? How in the... Erlek, that turncoat. I never should have trusted a liar to commit murder. That's what murderers are for. What do you want? Of course I did. I'm not the Lord of Dolve Arn. I'm not even from the Tawili coast. But what does it matter? I only did what I had to do. Don't we all? The Rathir authorities don't have to know. Keep this quiet and let me sail with this galley, and you can have the gold I received for the treasures of Kuln. I am a man of my word. Most of the time. No, you wretch! You will rue the day you betrayed Kras. Do you hear me? Come back.
Trading's done in the Praderi.
That ship sails tomorrow at dawn.
Excuse me, coming through.
The contract? You have it. Let me see. This is... I don't believe my eyes. Did he agree to this? Oh, my lovely. You have done well. This will be very profitable for me. And so it should be for you. So long. So busy these days.
Please, please, I'm only a soldier back from Chloricon. Don't kneel. And I'm afraid I don't do blessings. Well, here for the formalities then. My sword is in the back. She's new, a real beauty. Go on and inspect it. I'm sure you'll find it more than suitable.
Welcome, relax.
Watch yourself when you're on the wall. We aren't visiting Melsen Shear anytime soon, traveler. We aren't visiting Melsen Shear anytime soon, traveler.
Greetings, War.
This is Cluricon we're talking about, not your grandmother.
30 then.
My friend, do you know the cost?
For sale!
The artisan.
The captain of the watch, corrupt and murdered.
Excuse me, coming through.
Well, you're not the only one who's been busy. I've called in every last favor in my book. Now there's only one last thing for after the duel. I have it all worked out. With your help, I'll be free of Rathir, free of the war, free as a lark. I need to prepare for the duel, and I can't be seen near the docks. I need you to find Jabir there and give him the name of the ship I chartered, the Maid of Fortune. That's where I escape once everyone thinks I'm dead. When you're done,
Innkeep can help
meet
you
me
with
at
the
the
room.
dueling ground.
You've been talking to my son. What is he up to? I already know about this foolish duel. There's something else, isn't there? Wayland's mother, mistress of worsted traders. Not a woman to stand by and watch her son stumble out of the frying pan and into the fire. So that's it. I should have known. Disgrace a war hero and slip out of Rathir. Well, I tell you what. Go on as you were, but give him the name of Ravenswing instead. I'll ship him right to Cluricon. A good shaking up, that's what he needs. When it's done, find me here. You'll be handsomely paid, I promise.
Feels good to have my feet on land.
Well, Captain, Wayland sent you. What's the word? This is a devilish curious business, and I don't mind saying so. Ravenswing? You're certainly named that ship? Well, and who am I to say otherwise? Good day then, Dove, and good luck with it.
Hello, mate.
That's so then. Well,
Watch maze is just too expensive.
Good, you're here. Wish me luck.
What have I done? Lyria, this is awful. How the blazes did I kill him? This was a duel to first blood. I can't stay in Rathir. This will get out.
You did the right thing. I know Chloricon is good for the boy. Now, here is your reward, as promised. Very well, then.
Ah, the castle.
Let us see.
This tells me that your tavern will be a part of... It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out. Not for a fate weaver, it isn't. But that's just the problem. When I was young, I thought I could overcome anything. Now, I know otherwise. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse. My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown, killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? You're right. My glory days don't have to be over. And as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future. Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work. These soldiers were sent out with one purpose, finding you and making sure you stay dead. Everything else, the Well, Arden, Hughes, have all been collateral damage. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirna. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach. Straightforward and direct. A warrior after my own heart. I'll cover the back and make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Let's track down some trouble. I'd love to chat, but let's track down some trouble.